Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart.
This is Dina Parisi, 2015 IHRA Pro Mod World Champion.
Hi, I'm Fiona Forbes.
Hi, this is Jody Emery of Cannabis Culture and Pot TV.
Hey, I'm drummer Matt Chamberlain.
Hello, this is Melissa Etheridge.
Hi, this is Taylor Leanne Chandler, Michael Phelps' ex-girlfriend.
Hey, it's Rex Brown.
Seaball in the house, and you are listening to the Todd Cast here on CKDJ, the hits of your life.
Do you have one of those friends who will chirp off about pretty much anything and everything, and most of the time they're bang on? For me, that's our longtime sports loudmouth, Mr. Tequila, speaking for Joe Average, ranting his way through sports, lifestyle, entertainment, pop culture, politics, pretty much whatever comes to his mind. This week, you'll hear his latest in-studio visit. Joining Tequila is Vancouver writer and artist Kelly Brack, a solid dude in his own right, and with big things, might I add, on the horizon in 2020, as you'll hear in the full interview. Coming up in just a few minutes, in Stop Me If You've Heard This Before, NoFX singer Fat Mike talks U.S. politics and whether he'd start up another one of those punkvoter.com campaigns that he did. It's brought to you by ProTech Welding, Steel Fabrication, North Shore here in Vancouver. You can find them online as well through protechwelding.com. First, let's get to this first guest of three. This week's musical guest, former Slayer drummer and current Suicidal Tendencies, Dead Cross, Mr. Bungle, the Misfits drummer, Dave Lombardo. Brought to you by the Railway Stage and Beer Cafe. You can find them at 579 Dunsmuir, downtown Vancouver. As mentioned, you'll know Dave best from his time with Slayer. He played on 9 of their studio albums, widely recognized and considered one of the best thrash drummers all time on the planet. Drummer World named him the Godfather of double bass. Dave's no longer in Slayer, but he's busier than ever, as mentioned, playing in Suicidal Tendencies, Dead Cross, Mr. Bungle, the Misfits. And on top of that, he recently scored the music for Los Últimos Frikis, a documentary about a Cuban heavy metal band called Zeus. Not sure how he finds the time to do all this stuff, but somehow he does. Pretty incredible career. It's a super inspiring conversation with one of the best thrash drummers alive. You can hear the full talk right now at our iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud pages. Search out Toddcast Podcast. In the meantime, here's 10 minutes with former Slayer and current Suicidal Tendencies, Mr. Bungle, the Misfits, and Dead Cross drummer, Dave Lombardo.
The Toddcast Podcast.
Let's get into this scoring the film. How does this compare, or how does this differ to recording an album with Slayer, with Dead Cross?
There's no comparison. It's a totally different animal. You're writing alone. You're creating, soundscapes and textures and moods and melodies that the film is calling for. It's a whole different approach. In a band situation, you take the opinions of every member of the band, and you create a body of work, and obviously the instrumentation is totally different. In this film, I didn't have to write any heavy metal-esque style of music. This was straight up. I had to focus on creating Cuban music, and also some string sections in the more dramatic and emotional parts of the movie, and I had to bring piano in, and several other instruments, as well as like I said, percussion.
Mm-hmm. You're almost at that point for film scoring a film. You're almost in charge of setting a mood, almost.
Yes. So they would send me, clips of the film. I still haven't seen the entire film. I think I want to wait until I see it in a theater.
Right.
But they would send me clips. I think it ranged. I received it between 30 and 40 cues that I had to write music for. And it was a challenge.
I bet.
But it was definitely worth it. I don't know how the hell I did it or completed it, because I was juggling touring with Dead Cross, touring with Suicidal, and doing shows with the Misfits, with rehearsals with Misfits.
Wow.
And, personal life and
everything
spending
else.
time in an airport. I don't know how I did it, but
Wow.
focusing and with determination and just passion, you just go forth and get it done.
And start to finish, how long does a project like that take? Will you do it again?
I don't know how long it actually took, but he contacted me in December 2017, or possibly November, and he gave me the heads up that the film is about done, and we're ready to start on the music. And I didn't finish it until probably 10 or 11 months later. We had time, so I was able to do my touring and then come back, work on it, go back out on tour. So it was a lot of sporadic, work on this, but we seem to have made it work. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I loved it. I enjoyed the process. Some musicians find it a little unnerving when the director or producer tells you, hey, I don't like this part. Come up with something else. And for me, I find it challenging. Oh, okay, sure. Have any ideas, any suggestions? He'll then give me some suggestions. I'll go back to work and then deliver it. Perfect. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah.
And it was like that.
And I would imagine that when, like you're saying, you're working on some of the project, and then you'd go out and you'd tour with, Dead Cross or whoever it was, and then you come back to that piece that you were working on. I would think that would be, you get a little bit of a fresh take on that, and like maybe it didn't work, maybe it does work, maybe you've thought about that project in that interim, come back and it's fresh again almost.
Yes, it was like that, and I appreciated the moments that I was able to leave, because otherwise, if you spend too much time on something, on a project, you develop tunnel vision.
Totally.
And it doesn't help you breathe in any way. You're just, overwhelmed by the project. So leaving and returning was helpful. And like you said, it was definitely a fresh take on what I was working on. And there were times where I would come back and say, you know what, I really don't like that. Hey, piece number 22.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you another one, because I went back and listened to it, and it just I wasn't feeling it. So here's another one, and they would accept it. And so it was good. And I like I said, I would do it again.
Yeah. Very, very interesting, man. Very cool. Dave, I do want to respect your time. I told you I was be maybe 15, 20 minutes with you. We're getting up there. Is it cool if I snag maybe another 10 with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. I want to kind of get outside of music and, of course, what you're known for. We'll get to know you a little bit more here. What are you binge watching lately? When you find the time, if you find the time, what are you watching personally?
Dead Files. I'm watching, Ghost Stories. I just saw La Llorona on the plane the other night. I really like horror movies.
Yeah.
But, tasteful ones. I can't tolerate, cheesy flicks. In the first 15 minutes, if you don't get me, I'm on to the next. I'm just like that. So, basically just, movies like that, programs like that. I don't really binge watch, because I find myself drawn to music. So when I'm watching something, I'm actually not paying too much attention to dialogue. What I'm paying attention to more is the music. And I find that sometimes not very helpful when your wife, let's sit and watch a movie, and you're sitting there listening to it, and you're like, I just had an idea. I got to go back upstairs, and,
Totally.
And you're like, okay, well, have fun. and And then I'll come back down, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later. How's the movie? She'll give me the synopsis, and I'm like, great, I'm going back upstairs. I just, music is just, it's my life, and in different mediums, different bands, the variety of work that I do is very satisfying to my character and my nature. It's just, my iPod, or iTunes is just there. You would be surprised, on the different styles.
I bet.
And it's just, you got to love all music, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise you pigeonhole yourself, and it's
I don't get people that are like, oh, I don't like that because I don't like that genre. Like, good music's good music. Music,
Yeah.
There's something about music. It literally heals people.
It does. It does, and I find it very healing in a lot of ways, and soothing.
Totally.
And sometimes even the simplest melodies just puts you in this, kind of euphoric place. Like, wow, that's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
And when it pulls it, I'm not talking like vocal music. I'm talking like, instrumental. Instrumentals when, composers could pull at your heartstrings, and it's like, oh my God, this piece just crushed me. In a good way. It just felt so good.
Yeah.
And then some music is just plain right disturbing, but not disturbing in a bad way, in a good way, where it's, man, this makes me, I feel like I'm growing demonic wings or something just by listening to this.
Like there's something eerie about that, that tone or whatever it is, the vibe of that music. I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
And so, like you say, there's good in all styles of music.
Yeah. Are you a big conspiracy guy? Do you believe aliens have visited Earth?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Aliens, man, they're out there. How do you think we got here, man? There's a missing link. Something's missing between man and animal, or man and ape. So I feel possibly an alien came down, fucked an ape, and created humans.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also
that's
like
my conclusion, man.
Just the jump in, like, we're like cave dwellers, and then suddenly we're building pyramids, like overnight.
Right. Yeah. Not even cave dwellers, because there's still, before cave dwellers, there's no link between human and animal. There's a missing part, and who knows? I don't know.
Musical guests of the Toddcast podcast are powered by the Railway Stage and Beer Cafe. Check them out at 579 Dunsmuir, downtown Vancouver. And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
When you think back over your life, there's probably never been a time when NoFX wasn't around. They formed in 1983. They're still going strong today, close to 40 years later. They're from Los Angeles. They've never signed to a major label, yet they've sold over 8 million albums worldwide. Insane success for an indie band. Their singer Fat Mike called up to be a guest, and we got into it. We talked Barbra Streisand, of all people, binge-watching Black Mirror and Billions, gambling and backgammon. We compared Star Wars and Star Trek. He shared a near-death experience story. We talked about our mutual love of comic book movies like Endgame. He talked about seeing the Cars back in the day and learning about the Ramones at summer camp. And stop me if you've heard this before, Fat Mike talked about whether he'd ever do something like he did in the past with punkvoter.com.
No. Because I did a year and a half of really hard work. I did my civil service, my public service, and we fought the good fight, and that was a tough loss the year we did it. But now you can't. Fighting against Trump is useless. You can't. If someone is a Trump supporter, there's no arguing.
Right.
There's no debate. There isn't. So it's really a waste of time. But I do want to go into public speaking, though, because I'm very comfortable doing that. And I talk to people a lot, and I seem to help people a lot, too, with my attitude on life. And so I'm interested in doing that.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by ProTech Welding, a CWB certified steel fabrication shop in North Vancouver, and online at protechwelding.com.
There's no highways here, so we walk until the day is done. Make a temple inside yourself and fill it up with the truth. You'll never be beside yourself this way. Trust me, I know what to do. So many miles I've walked to find my home. Many miles, many bridges I've crossed to be alone. So if I let you back in, then I keep going. I don't need nobody, no savior, but the birds up north are braver. The lesson in the wind is how we can forgive and love again. As much as we hold on to the past, I will never be him again. The pieces all fit, we don't need to try so hard. I got a lump in my throat and I got a fire in my heart. So many miles I've walked to find my home. Many miles, many bridges I've crossed to be alone. So if I let you back in, then I keep going. I don't need nobody, no savior, but the birds up north are braver.
That band is Small Town Artillery, and a new song for them, The Birds Up North Are Braver. And before COVID-19 hit, they were touring Western Canada. Maybe you caught them playing the show here in Vancouver at the Rickshaw Theatre earlier on in the month. A great band, and once things pick up again, no doubt you'll be able to see these guys on the road. And if you can make it to one of their shows, make the effort to be there. A great live band. I played you Chase the Bear, and their song was Colors. They were scheduled to headline a podcast show, in fact, this Friday, downtown Vancouver at the Railway on March 27th. But since the coronavirus has shut down the world, that has been postponed. If you grab tickets for the show, get a refund through myshowpass.com, and sorry for the inconvenience. Speaking of live music, you can normally find info for all of our shows and a bunch more with the indie scene at toddhancock.ca. Bunch of great shows, always happening. Something's always happening in our city. You just got to dig around a little bit and find it. Make sure to get out there, support the scene. Brought to you by Mystic Rhythms Rehearsal Studio, the indie scene. 40 years experience in the music industry. Find them through mysticrhythms.ca. Coming up later on in the podcast, in Listen to This, Winnipeg Blue Bombers linebacker Adam Bighill talking about Metallica's Through the Never movie and being on hand while they were filming one of those shows. That is powered by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley. RV repair and service, ICBC accredited. Find them online at tedcorvsuppliesinc.com. First, let's get to the second of three Toddcast guests this week, our sporting guest. It's our longtime resident sports loudmouth, Mr. Tequila. Brought to you by Block E Media. Grow your business online. Social media marketing, digital advertising, and a lot more. Keep up with them through blockemedia.com. Tequila has been ranting on the Toddcast since we launched in January 2015. If you listen to me during my time doing the afternoon show at 99.3 The Fox in Vancouver, between 2002 and 2014, he was a regular guest for probably about 6 or 7 of those years, like 2-3 times a month kind of thing he'd call up. So we're talking around 12 years of trash talk at this point. You name it, sports, music, lifestyle, politics, mostly sports though. But he has been having a chirpy opinion about most things, and he's not afraid to let fly. In fact, I was told to tame him down during my time in radio. And since I'm the boss, the host, the booking agent, the social media marketer, the janitor of this podcast, I really don't censor him at all and just kind of let him have at. The full conversation in studio is definitely worth hearing. You can search that out right now through Toddcast Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Till you hear that, here's 10 minutes with our resident sports loudmouth, Mr. Tequila.
The Toddcast Podcast.
But the Canucks, everyone's screaming about Green and like Green. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of Green when we got him, but now he seems to we shouldn't be in panic mode that we want to fire the coach. There's a couple of game losses. All of Vancouver's just fucking going crazy right now. Mm-hmm. Calling for Green, calling for Banning, but Banning's made some good trades. Like, look at this Toffoli guy.
He's done some incredible work.
He's done some great fucking 4 goals, whatever he's got already.
Yeah.
JT Miller, the Vancouver media, they said no. Horrible trade. JT Miller, leading scorer of the Vancouver Canucks. He's beating Pettersson. He's got like 68 points. And
wow.
But like what the fans got to think about it, first round pick, you don't want to be giving away those too many times, right? But first round pick, that pick for 2020 or 2021, by the time that player gets in the NHL, we're talking like 3 to 5 years. So
right.
We're getting a guy right now that's helping put us in the playoffs right today, which is the goal. You want to make the playoffs.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you get bounced in the first round. People say, what the fuck's the point of making playoffs? You're just going to get bounced. Fuck, you want to get to the playoffs to get that experience. You feel, even if you feel the loss, you get fired up, summer training. Those guys are going hard. Fuck that. We're going to get harder. Those guys. Yeah. And they want it more. Right? Look at the 2011 Vancouver Canucks, right? Look at how many times lost against Chicago. And then finally they just said, fuck this, we got to do something. And they finally beat them, right? This team isn't that far off from that. Like, all these picks are starting to hit now. Quinn Hughes, look at this guy. This guy's like,
Hughes.
He could be like the next Bobby Orr. Look how good this skater this kid is.
He really is.
He's really good, man.
Really looks good. Despite those 2 losses over this past weekend, our team really
he's still good. He should have been on the ice more last night.
Right?
What are you sitting here? He is our best defenseman. The kid's our best defenseman, hands down. Right. Even offensively and defensively, he's still getting the puck. Right? He should be on the ice in the last couple of minutes. He's sitting on the bench, and you got a couple other bums out there, like even Edler. So, but anyhow, like I was saying about Vancouver Canucks last year, this was only going to be one more year of pain, which was last year. That's what I said last year. It was,
you did. In fact,
right?
if I had my shit together, I could probably even find you saying that.
Notice how I am wearing the garb. That's what you're saying.
You're fully decked out, man.
Wearing
you
the
got
garb.
the jersey, you got the ball cap, and you're
when
ready
did we last
roll.
wear the garb? Nobody has been wearing anything the last 5 years because it's been painful.
You know, I do rock my Canucks ball cap still. I still rock. I got the same style as you, except for it's black.
Well, still a fan, even though those 5 years were rough. Like, I'm always a fan. I love the Canucks no matter what. True fan will always stay. But it was painful.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't really you weren't rushing to go tune into the game to know that they were going to get killed. Especially with guys like Jason Magna and all these, like, Willie Desjardins coaching. Like, awful, absolute awful crap. Now, Banning's put us in position with these important players he's brought in that all of a sudden, boom, we ain't just rebuilding now. We're fucking going to go for it. So, and even look, the next 2 years, we still got 2 young snipers still coming. This Niles Hoglander kid, he's the guy who's scoring those lacrosse-style goals where they pick up the puck and they just dump it in the net. He's got like 3 of them this year. That guy's going to be in the Vancouver Canucks next year.
That's pretty awesome.
And even the Russian sniper, the first-round pick from last year,
yeah,
he's going to be in the lineup.
Well, you start taking away those salaries, and you start opening up, the playing field, and to pick and choose and cherry pick some of these key players, right?
Well, especially on entry-level contracts, that's how you win. You have your big salary players, the Pettersson or whoever. They make all the salaries, and then you got to surround them with entry-level players that actually do something.
Right.
So you get guys like, look at Hughes.
And watch him shine.
What's Hughes making? Hughes is making $900,000 a year. Look what he's doing. So that's what you need, a couple more guys like that.
He's doing that because he knows when he does it like that number is changing.
He knows he's going to get 10 to 15 million a season when his contract's up. That's why
all of those guys, they all play like like they should, and especially like in contract years, they always play as best.
They always play as,
but man, they should always play like that.
They should always play like that. Yes,
for it.
Yeah,
and you're making millions of dollars, man.
Yeah, well, and that's what that was the knock against Toffoli there because he was in a contract year. He's really trying, but look what team he was on. He was on LA. They did win the Stanley Cup, but he had tough years too. Like last couple of years has been shit.
Right.
So he's still going to try, right? So of course, look what happens. He gets put with some good players, and he turns out to be a sniper. And just to think that we got Brock Besser still coming.
Right.
On top of that.
Don't forget
right?
about
Don't
that.
forget about that guy. That guy's still, before he got hurt, 16 goals, and he was barely playing, right? So he's still coming back, right? But what happens, a big question to Canuck fans, what happens if they don't make the playoffs this year?
Oh, what are the chances?
Like these final 17 games, like guarantee you they're going to the 17 games. We got a homestand. We're going to make the playoffs this year. Have faith in this team. I know they'll get back.
If they don't make the playoffs.
If they don't, what's going to happen?
Well, I guess I'll start watching hockey again next year. Seriously, I'm one of those guys, man. I'm not I don't fuck around. I want a Canadian team to win. If the Canucks are out, I won't watch the finals anymore. I don't care what game it is. And ultimately, I just want a Canadian team to win. Even though there's majority of American teams have the majority of them are Canadian players.
Yes,
I still want a Canadian team to win.
As long as it's not Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, Winnipeg. As long as it's none of those teams, then we're okay.
Oh man,
because I fucking hate all of them. Even though they're Canada's team, I don't like them.
Dude, let's hit a few topics here. I have a few things written down that I want to get your thoughts on. Of course, I love going beyond sports with you, man. Are you worried about the you want to hit the protesters? All right, sure. What are your thoughts on the protesters?
Come on, come on. Okay, so what are they doing? They're burning tires now on the. What are you doing? Like that's good for the environment? These fucking protesters going there doing that,
right?
And then this girl protester, she's like the spokesman of these protests going around here, like the ones that block Clark. Spokesperson. Right. Talking about the indigenous lands, this and that. She's not even indigenous. She's not even from Canada, and she's a paid fucking protester, ramping up all our people here. Come on.
I know.
Come on.
Saw a mutual friend of ours, Kyle, had mentioned something on Facebook. A comment to one of the articles from CBC or whatever it was, and he's like, why is she even here?
Why is she here?
What the hell's going on?
This is bullshit. And you know what? Look at our election. Outside forces are having input on our election, and now this has all come to fruition because all these protests that are going on, they're paid by U.S. companies that are doing this. The Canadian government should have some balls and say, fuck you. You're done. Get the fuck off the train tracks. I got to go to work. Get the fuck off the road.
Right. Well, next time Trudeau's on the podcast, I'll fucking let him know.
Like I get I'm not a green person, but I get it. We can't chop down trees. We need these trees, right, to absorb all this carbon monoxide or whatever, greenhouse gases. I'm totally on board for that, but it's got to be at a reasonable pace. You can't shut down the country and expect all of us to just drive fucking electric cars. Like, I would love to if I had 90 grand. I'll drive your fucking electrical car and, you know what I mean, make sure that there's charger stations all over the place.
Right.
But in due process, you know what I mean? Let's not shut down the economy. That's just screwing everyone. What about Honest Joe that's got to feed 3 kids? He's just trying to get to work. You're stopping this guy. What does that have to do with, protest the gas company? All you want. I'm with you. Protest the government. That's it. Don't block the fucking streets. Right? What are you doing? I'll support you, but you're going to lose my fucking support. You do that, now I just want to run your fucking ass over.
Pulling shit like that.
You pulling shit like that. Honest people just got to go pay their tax. We're paying our taxes going towards fucking your lazy ass to protest.
Right.
You fucking scumbags. Bite the hand that feeds. Right? Mm-hmm. But you know what? If my kid's in the car and there's an emergency, I'll run the fuckers over. Right? I don't care if there's an emergency. I got my kid in the back car. Get the fuck out of the way.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean? I'll run you. I got a little Hyundai Veloster. Fuck, I'll probably damage the car. But still, as long as you get a piece of their ass, those fucks.
Make sure you're volume 12 as you're like plowing through, right?
Love your earth. We still love our earth.
Coronavirus.
Wow, that's a.
Are you worried?
Well, that's. I make my kid wash his hands as soon as we get home. I've always been I've been on washing my hands for years. I've taken the SkyTrain lots of times. People are touching the pole. Yep. You know what I mean? The people didn't wash their hands after they took a dump, and then they get on the SkyTrain and they're touching the pole. I'm not touching that fucking pole.
No.
Right? So coronavirus is just that. Man.
And then they put their hands in their face.
Yeah, you're touching your
rub
face.
Their eyes. Like, how did I get pink eye? Oh.
Well, the masks, if they want to wear the mask, I'm not opposed to it, because I guess if he coughed, are you going to get this thing?
If you're near him.
If you're near the person at direct cough, so yeah, I get the mask. Am I going to wear one? I'm not going to wear that fucking mask. You see that lady had the bottle, the water bottle over her head?
No, I didn't see that.
And the kid, had a fucking water bottle that was sealed up.
Wow.
Yeah, and her little kid, like, dramatic.
So she wears that like all the time?
Well,
That's 24/7.
This was a picture. She was on the train. I don't know if it was here. It was somewhere. But yeah, but yeah, you got if you got kids, you always worry about that stuff. There's so many illnesses. I've seen so many illnesses just from bringing my kid home from school.
Right.
He wasn't sick when we went there.
Right.
He goes to bed early. We feed him. We're playing, and fucking wham, he's sick. He got that from school. So this shit spreads like wildfire. So
right.
Look at Japan. They're closing schools there. They ain't taking no chance, right?
That's right.
But it's concerning. Hopefully the government's doing something.
Yeah, I think that even some bands are stopping from their tours in Asia and
Big
stuff.
time.
And Green Day, I think, was the band for that. And you can't blame them, though, really. Like, but at the same time,
where did this come from? Like there was a story that people are eating bats and eating all sorts of weird stuff. Like some of these, I guess, in China, right where they have their markets.
Their
where
open
they
market and stuff. They actually sell animals.
They sell live animals that they can butcher right there for you, so it's fresh, right? So you got all that contamination that's not being cleaned up.
Right.
And eating, like, who the fuck eats bats? But you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of, poor hygiene.
Right.
The shit just spreads like wildfire. But I heard in Korea there was a fellow. I'm not sure if it was South Korea or North Korea. I'm pretty sure it was probably North Korea. Mm-hmm. I guess a fellow was on quarantine in his house, mandatory quarantine. He had the COVID virus or whatever. He went to the store. He had to get some milk or something. They shot him dead.
Wow.
Yeah, for leaving. So that's how serious they take it over there.
Sounds north.
Right?
Sporting guests of the Toddcast podcast are brought to you by Block E Media Inc. Digital marketing plans and solutions. Done for you and done with you. Online at blockemedia.com.
I want it, I need it. Too much ain't enough for me yet. When I see it, there's no turning round. No stalling, snowballing. One down and the next one calling. I'm all in, there's no stopping now. I want it, I need it. Too much ain't enough for me yet. When I see it, there's no turning round. No stalling, snowballing. One down and the next calling. I'm all in. There's no stopping now. Minute left on the clock on Friday afternoon. My spirit's out the window, but I'm about to get it back soon. I'm on a mission, and there ain't no stopping now. If driving's over, I'm about to get soaking wet. It's time to make memories that I'm bound to forget. Tomorrow's a write-off, and there ain't no stopping now. I want it, I need it. Too much ain't enough for me yet. When I see it, there's no turning around. No stalling, snowballing. One down and the next one calling. I'm all in, there's no stopping now. I need a fine-looking lady. I can spoil the night. You and me alone, girl. We can do anything you like. Just tell me how you want it, and there ain't no stopping now. I just gotta get you. I want it, I need it. Too much ain't enough for me yet. When I see it, there's no turning round. No stalling, snowballing. One down and the next one calling. I'm all in, there's no stopping now.
And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
You'll know CFL football player Adam Bighill as a linebacker for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. When he was a guest of the podcast, he was still playing for the BC Lions. Shortly after that, he went on to play in the NFL, played with the New Orleans Saints, on again, off again, and their active roster. It was no surprise to see that Adam asked to be released from the team. And he came back storming to the CFL. Originally, it was a one-year deal with the Blue Bombers in 2018. He finished that season as the Blue Bombers nominee for the most outstanding player. He was named to the CFL All-Star team and was ultimately named the CFL's most outstanding defensive player. He's since signed a 3-year, $750,000 deal, making him the highest paid defensive player in the CFL. And when Adam called up, we talked about the players on the BC Lions roster that he wouldn't want to play against. We got into superpowers and the one that he'd want to have. He mentioned the shows that he was binge watching at the time, Sherlock and Breaking Bad. He shared how hard it was to stay healthy playing pro football, the differences of playing coaching styles over the years. And Adam talked about seeing Metallica when they were filming footage for their Through the Never movie. Listen to this.
My first concert, I never really been to many concerts because I always found myself so busy and with football and different sports. So I was able to catch the Metallica concert up here. I believe it was 2 years ago when they came to film, part of their new movie.
Did you catch the Monday night where they stopped the songs mid-performance and they were kind of getting different camera angles, or did you catch the actual full-on concert?
I caught the day before. It was probably a Saturday. Saturday.
Ridiculously cool, man.
Yeah, the show was great.
Listen to this on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC-approved repair shop. Find them online at TedcoRVSuppliesInc.com.
Sick and tired of feeling uninspired of all the people and the places and the faces in the shopping mall. Well, I'm sick of it all. Sabbath June, just don't know what to do with all the givers and the takers and the fakers in the office hall. Well, I'm sick of it all. Can you see the writings on the wall? Can you hear the hammer start to fall? Well, I'm sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. That stupid bullshit motherfucker, sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of it all. Well, that stupid bullshit motherfucker, sick of it all. It's a sin that just so long it's been since I've drinking anything, staying up until the break of dawn. Well, I'm sick of it all. It's a shame I'm only me to blame for all the wrong and the right and the fight of being big or small. Well, I'm sick of it all. Can you see the writings on the wall? Can you hear the hammer start to fall? Well, I'm sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. That stupid bullshit motherfucker, sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of it all. Well, that stupid bullshit motherfucker, sick of it all. Can you see the writings on the wall? Can you hear the hammer start to fall? Well, I'm sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. That stupid bullshit motherfucker, sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. Well, I'm sick of it all. That stupid bullshit motherfucker, sick of it all.
Now that is a fun song. It's called Sick of It from the band Crash Rebels. And a month from today, assuming that live venues are back open again, on Friday, April 24th, they will be playing at the Railway Stage and Beer Cafe as part of the Toddcast podcast Friday Nights, Volume 33. Showcore, Under the Mountain, and Crash Rebels. Tickets are $10 in advance. They're $15 if you wait, if you snooze, if you roll the dice for the door. Show starts at 9 o'clock. It will go late. It's going to be a great night. If you want to make sure you get in, Don't snooze. Grab a ticket right now. Played your Redwoods and their song No Stoppin' Now, as they were supposed to play a show for the podcast this Friday, the 27th, again at the Railway Station Beer Cafe, the Toddcast podcast, Friday nights, volume 32, but that has been postponed. We'll reschedule once things turn back to quote-unquote normal again. All right, Todd's Trolls is coming up in just a bit. That's the stupid, the mean, the hurtful, but really it's the funny things to what you see and what you post online. This week, Pearl Jam, the live-action Mulan, and the LPGA's first major of the year bask in that white-hot spotlight. It's powered by Good Times Gin and Tonics. Put the GTs back in the G&T. Find them at goodtimesdrinks.com. They're all over Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. Trolls is coming up. First, our final guest of episode 219 is Vancouver writer and artist Kelly Brack, this week's entertainment guest. If you want to be inspired, check out Kelly's Instagram account, Brack Comics, or his Twitter account, @NoirComics. No surprise, his style of art is noir. He's naturally gifted as well, as you'll hear in the full interview, to the point of pissing people off. Told Kelly we'd need about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I think we hit just over the hour mark in total in studio. He's an easy guy to hang out with, easy guy to talk to, and he's poised for something big in 2020. Lots of things on the burners for this kid. The full talk is now posted at our iTunes and Spotify SoundCloud pages. Search it out through Toddcast Podcast. Till then, here's 10 minutes with writer and artist Kelly Brack.
The Toddcast Podcast.
What takes up more of your time then, what do you think? Like, is it the writing? Is it the artistry? Like, what's eating up the writing? Yeah.
The writing for sure. Because I think, like, for me, it was, I was born with artistic ability for, and that's going to piss off so many fucking people.
That's fine.
But it was the case for me. I just picked up a pencil and I knew how to do it. The writing, though, was where the passion was always, like the storytelling, the world building.
Okay.
The putting the piece together, the emotional drive of like the character direction and stuff.
Interesting.
There's some, you know what though?
And who was it as a kid that kind of got you that way?
Batman.
Batman
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the animated series.
Right.
And then around that time,
I think that's right behind you, actually. Is it the one right there in the little cubby hole there?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that was my show, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think I might know one of the guys that did one of the voices in that.
Oh.
If you hand me the box and I'll see if I can, Yeah. So is Batman your favorite superhero then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like landslide?
Yeah.
Who's after Batman then?
Oh, fuck.
Right?
It's going to be a...
man, I don't know if I'm...
Not choice, but Swamp Thing, probably.
Swamp Thing. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, wow. Alan Moore.
Swamp Thing collection is, like, by far my favorite writing of all time.
And what is it do you think about Alan Moore's writing that grabs you so much? Because same for me, one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing, right?
He is amazing.
I don't know. It's just so different. Like, I'm a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft, how he... like inserts that horror, like very panic-stricken type of mentality to his writing. So Alan Moore, he's so poetic. Like he writes in poeticism.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it really is. What's his best work then? The Watchmen.
Renowned by like the masses.
Well, yeah, sure.
Watchmen. In my opinion, Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of, like, I would put V for Vendetta over Watchmen.
Right.
I'm one of the very few, and the 1% of the world. But yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah.
But what about you? What's you're a Spider-Man guy, right?
I like Spider-Man. No, I'm a X-Men. X-Men really? Was the one that really kind of grabbed me. It was like right around, for me, grade 4, grade 5, and I had a few buddies who were collecting pretty hardcore, and, and it kind of just got sucked into the world. Hey, go home and read this, comic. It's about this superhero team, and it's got a guy that's made of metal, and there's guys that has claws, and a guy that shoots lasers out of his eyes, and like, what? That sounds badass.
It just sounds like somebody's really bad or good, like acid trip or something.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's creativity all over the X-Men. So that's kind of what got me, I guess, into comics was like, just kind of geeking out with buddies. And still present day, man, I'm 46 years old. I still love comics as much as I did when I was, 12 years old. I just bought the graphic novel Damned, which is Batman.
The
fucking
like
awesome,
R-rated
dude.
one, right? Where
It's crazy, man.
hell.
It's I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I haven't read the whole thing. I got a 9-year-old, 7-year-old podcast, a full-time job. I got to keep my wife happy and everything. But try to get those moments where you can actually, digest the stuff that you like. Oh man, it's so good, dude. Like so far, I'm about maybe a third of the way in. Just the story already has grabbed me, but the art is incredible, man. Like incredible.
Like, I'm blanking on the artist. Do you know who off by hand?
Nah, I don't. And unfortunately, I couldn't even run upstairs right now to grab.
Yeah.
Because the kids have made the living room into a huge, like jungle gym kind of cave area, and they got a buddy coming over to do a little hang tomorrow after school. They're like, "Dad, is there any way we can keep this cool fort in the living room?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. I don't have to." Yeah, so. Yeah,
no, that's wicked.
Yeah,
that's wicked. Yeah, I haven't read that one yet, but
yeah, it's really good, man. So far, so good. Yeah, yeah, it's great.
What? How do you compare like comics when you were younger to now?
Well, now I guess I probably read more graphic novel stuff, right?
Yeah.
Than actual series. Like I don't read any series in particular. I'll grab a comic here or there or something like that, but I'm not like regular subscribed to it, going to the comic book store. But man, I used to do that a ton as a kid. Like there was times, dude, and I'm not kidding you, where that's what my goal in life was, to own a comic book store / sports memorabilia place.
Oh, really?
That's how much I was into it as a kid, man.
Kind of like Taz. Do you ever go there?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like, I think back to those days and like, it could have happened. Instead of me doing this podcasting, of course, I worked at CFox and that's where you were saying that, you kind of became a fan of the podcast was through my time in radio.
Yeah.
Interesting.
100%. Yeah, I remember, I'm blanking on it, but I think like when I was in high school, sorry if that.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm 46 now. What are you, like 25 years old? How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah,
31.
So there you go.
But
could almost be my kid, man. In a bad world for Todd, you could almost be my kid.
That'd be
like 15, 16-year-old, man. Like imagine having a kid at 16.
Oh my God.
I had buddies actually that had kids at 16.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Kids are already now, they're like, they're old dudes, man. 25.
That's like, I didn't really become scared of that when I was a teenager. I'm scared of it now, though.
Really? No kids?
Yeah. Like it freaks the fuck out of me now.
Dude, it's real, man. Shit gets real.
Yeah.
Like to have a kid is obviously a huge step, right? To have the second is, you think it would just be double the work, but it's not. It's just like, it becomes insanity. I couldn't even imagine 3 kids. I've got buddies that have like 3, 4 kids. How the fuck do you do that? How do you do that?
I can barely handle myself. Like, for real, I have a hard enough time just remaining in my own insanity, like being in my own head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine trying to maintain like a creative passion or anything.
Right.
So like for real, like you're killing it, like having this podcast and the kids, family life, all that stuff.
Oh, it's time management, man. It's like juggling in a big way, man. Like I there's some days, not complaining at all, because I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. But there's some days where I'll work, I'll go to BCIT and I'll be there 9 to 3:30 or whatever. Come home, make dinner, or just hang out, or whatever. My wife will make dinner or whatever, and just kind of hang out with the kids and stuff. And bedtime comes 7:30, maybe read a story, kind of help with that end of things. And then there's some nights where, like 3-4 nights of the week, where I'll come down here and maybe puff a little bit of a J and kind of get into the zone and really dial shit in and be here from 8 till 1, 2 in the morning, man. 3-4 nights a week, right? Like that, it's got to get done sometime, man. And for what I'm doing, I'm actually marketing this thing like you would if it was a radio station.
Yeah.
I'm very aggressive on social media. Like if anybody that's listening isn't following me, maybe there's a reason why they're not following me. Maybe they're like, dude, it's too much. Like I get it. Like I'm 200 tweets a day, but there's a lot of shit that I need to push out there. But
You know what? That's very interesting because I talk to a lot of people that are worried that they're going to be annoying online if they're like pushing. And it's the same thing like emailing to reach out to an editor or something.
Right.
It's like you just got to fucking do it.
You have to do it, man.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
And you have to be non-apologetic about it.
100%.
Yeah. Like for me, like I can't really talk about it right now, but I got in this week that is we're currently recording the I got on the phone with an editor that I've been emailing consistently for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm not afraid of being annoying.
Right.
At all. It's just like you just got to fucking do it. And it's the same thing with social media reach. You got to do it. And you can't apologize for doing it.
Dude, let me show you something here.
Yeah.
While I got you in studio. I'm just digging into my my guest follow-ups. Can you see that? 293.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 293 guests that I need to follow up with. And then there's like hopeful sponsorship because there's some people that I would like to work with. Which is that still even that's 130.
Fuck, man.
That's like I don't go away. I'm
Yeah.
Let's work together. Get on my podcast. Let's be a guest. Like that drive, I don't know that you can teach that.
No.
You know?
And it's, like before I walked through the door here,
yeah,
I was referencing Dan Botch.
That's right, the Faceplants.
Yep. And
love that band.
Same mentality.
Yeah.
And you see them progressing because of that mentality. Pretty soon they're going to bypass a lot of people. And you're right, like you can't teach it.
No.
It's something embedded in you and passion just can't be taught to that extent.
Subscribe on iTunes at Toddcast Podcast.
Take it in stride, I know, but I don't want to take it slow. Tell me I'm gonna die, now I won't change my course, but of course tell me what could be worse. Oh, I've been walking around dead long before my head hit the dirt. Tell me what could be worse. Whoa, I've been thinking my breath so long, I've looked right through the earth. Tell me what could be worse. Whoa, killing time, spending it like it's of no worth. Tell me what could be worse. Whoa, killing time, spending it like it's of no worth. Tell me what. It like it's of no word. Tell me what I don't wanna hear. I'm wrong, but I've been going in the wrong direction for so long. It starts to feel right. Stars in my eyes, reaching new heights, find the cliff, jump off of it. Tell me I'm gonna die, and I won't wreck my course, but of course. Tell me what could be worse. Tell me what could be worse. Could be worse. Oh, killing time, spending it like it's of no word. Tell me what could be worse. Oh, killing time, spending it like it's of no word. Tell me what.
The Toddcast podcast is powered by Milano Coffee, bringing you the finest espresso and coffee concepts in the world. Online at milanocoffee.ca.
A look at this week's keyboard warriors, Todd's Trolls, on the Toddcast podcast.
The next time you're surfing around online, try and steer clear of those garbage comments to pretty much anything and everything. Those trolls find a way to chirp off you name it. No one, nothing is safe. Pearl Jam, the name alone, 32 million albums sold, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rolling Stone magazine puts them number 8 on their top 10 live acts all-time issue. Giants. And they release a new album this Friday. It's called Gigaton.
Legacy aside, Pearl Jam has been done for years. Guys, read the room. Nobody cares anymore. Sorry, everything on the new album sounds like a ripoff of someone from the 80s. New drinking game. Every time they rip themselves off, drink. That's a lot of drinking.
Do you think you'll be going to the theater to check out the live-action Mulan? It's coming this weekend, and despite not really being a fan of the live-action idea, the trailer looks pretty good, right?
Dear Hollywood, come on, enough. We don't want your remakes and reboots. Signed, everyone. How many W's should I put in yawn? I want to get this tweet to Disney just right. This movie is needed like Trump needs another 4 years in office.
And the LPGA's first major is just a couple of days away. March 26th goes till April 1st at Mission Hills Country Club in Rancho Mirage, California. What a name.
Let's see them play around like my friends do. A beer and a joint every 3 holes. Maybe then I'd watch. No thanks. I'd rather watch my jackass neighbor yell at the annoying kids across the street. Golf sucks. This is literally TV hell.
Todd's Trolls on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Good Times Gin and Tonics, putting the GTs back in the GNT. Check out goodtimesdrinks.com.
Texas, I was looking for some answers. I've been taking all my chances. I was on my own. Fever, high as an eagle, red-blooded devil, take to the sky. Yeah. The soul is black as midnight and a bloodlust in the mainline, like I'd woken from a nightmare, but I never sleep. Evil under the skyline, taking down angels as they fly. Don't be mistaken, you've been taken, murdered angel on the rise. Don't be mistaken, you've been taken, murdered angel on the rise. Don't be mistaken, we've all been taken from the demon of the rise. Austin, Texas, I was looking for some answers. I've been taking all my chances. I was on my own. Fever, high as an eagle, red-blooded devil, take to the sky. Don't be mistaken,
That's a new song for Showcore. They are back at it, and the song is called Lost in Austin. I'd be willing to bet that you're going to see that one live next month, again, assuming that we're back in business and the BC government gives the okay to building gatherings again. On Friday, April 24th, Showcore at the Railway Stage and Beer Cafe for their The Aging Youth album release party. This is going to be a great night. Toddcast Podcast, Friday nights, volume 33, Showcore, Under the Mountain, and Crash Rebels. Just $10 in advance right now through myshowpass.com. It's $15 at the door. Show starts at 9 o'clock. We'll go late. This is going to be an absolute banger. Hopefully you can make it out to that. You heard a band called Holy Tokes. Their song was called Killin' Time, and they were supposed to play this Friday, March 27th at the Railway, downtown Vancouver, but coronavirus. We'll get those guys rescheduled at a later date. Cannot wait to see what they're all about in the live setting. Of course, that's what it's all about. Looking forward to next week. We're doing a themed podcast. We're talking binge watching. 12 guests will share what they've been watching. And I think it's great to hear what other people are watching, get some ideas on the next binge run. They're not on next week's podcast. It's more of a way to tease what you're going to hear for next week. But check out what Theory of a Deadman singer Tyler Connolly was watching when he called up.
Yeah, there's a new Bloodline is coming out with the second season. You watch that?
Oh, dude, yeah, man, that's such a great show, hey? I love that actor. The main guy, the guy that, what's his name? Was also in the football show there, too, as well. Can't remember what his name is.
Right. I can't remember his name, but...
Killer actor.
He's the brother, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that show's good. I always tell people about that, but I'm trying to think what else I've been watching on Netflix. There's this new show called The Fall. You should check that out.
Okay.
It's with the girl from X-Files. What's her name? Gillian Anderson?
Yeah. No, did you read that the other day that somebody had mocked up some poster of Gillian Anderson being the next James Bond? So she throws it out on Twitter, and she's like, hashtag next Bond. Just call me Jane Bond.
You never know, man.
What do you think of a female James Bond? Not a bad idea.
Well, I don't mind it. I think the problem is that people...
historians are going to freaking lose their mind.
Yeah, I think people expect it to be a certain kind of... Someone brought up Idris Elba. I thought he would be badass.
Talking about the rumor of Idris Elba as James Bond there, to give you a bit of an idea of how long ago Tyler was a guest of the podcast. That goes back. Next week, binge watching. What are you watching lately? You'll hear from 12 past podcast guests. Wanted to give a big thanks to this week's guests as well. Former Slayer drummer and current Dead Cross Suicidal, Mr. Bungle, The Misfits, drummer Dave Lombardo. Dude, huge fan over the years. Thank you for being as cool as I'd hoped you'd be. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here in Vancouver. My brother from another mother, Mr. Tequila. Always great to hang in studio and shoot the shit. And same to writer and artist Kelly Brack. A great hang indeed. Time does fly, doesn't it? Thank you for being a guest, man. And that's going to do it for episode 219. My name is Todd Hancock. Again, thank you so much for listening and being part of the podcast. If you like what you heard, please tell your friends about us. You can subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you listen most, I guess. Comment and rate the podcast. Again, a simple search of Toddcast Podcast. You'll find everything. Huge thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors. You can find links to all sponsor websites at toddhancock.ca's homepage. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast, you can for as little as $10 a day. There's contact info at the homepage. Maybe we'll hang out, have a beer, have a coffee, and see what's up. Till next time, don't be an asshole. Nobody wants to be around that. Have fun, play hard, and most of all, believe in yourself.
The Toddcast Podcast. Keep in touch with Todd through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and bookmark toddhancock.ca.
Hi, listeners. We want to tell you about a podcast we love. It's called Rebel Girls, formerly known as Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. It's about real-life women who are changing the world with their courage, creativity, and big, bold ideas. Want to know how Taylor Swift became a superstar? Or hear how Simone Biles became the greatest athlete of all time? From immersive stories to heartfelt interviews to super smart advice, Rebel Girls brings you stories that will get you fired up to become your best self. There are over 400 episodes for you to explore, with new episodes every week. So check it out. Listen to Rebel Girls wherever you get your podcasts. And find us on youtube.com/rebelgirls. And whatever you do, stay rebel.
Do you ever watch a TV show set in a historical time period and think, how accurate is this really? But also, does it matter if it's accurate or not?
Nefertiti is a new podcast about shows set in ancient times. This season, we're recapping every episode of the show Spartacus, Blood and Sand.
I'm Ann Foster, and I have never seen this show before.
And I'm Gina Berry, and I have watched this show maybe too many times.
Join us every other Monday on the Nefertiti podcast as we discuss the real history behind Spartacus, Blood and Sand.
Follow Nefertiti, that's NEFER wherever you get your podcasts.
You've watched them from the outside your whole life. On TV, on stage, on the cover. The success that always looks like it happened to someone on a different planet. But what if it didn't? I'm Evelyn, and I've spent over 25 years in entertainment, producing for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And here's what I learned. The distance between you and them, it's a lot shorter than anyone's letting on. On my podcast, Reppin', I sit down with the people you've been watching, and I ask them who they actually are. Not the brand, the person. Where they started, what it cost them, what almost broke them. Their grit, their courage, their resilience, and the lessons they've learned, it's all yours for the taking. Reppin', wherever you listen.